Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is my Riftbound report for week 2. I did a week 1 video, it's on the channel, about my first real experience with playing Misfortune at a Boar's Hat Games Nexus Night. So the following week there was one at Love's Park Top Comics. They have a few locations. This one was in Love's Park. I took the modified version of week 1. We took it to this one. It was 14 players. Unfortunately, it was a best of 1. But a few of us did play best of 3s when the time allowed. So I showed up. I got a bunch of friends there. I'm surprised there's 14 people. I thought there would be a lot more, but they actually only capped it at 16 just because of the space. They don't have a giant card game space, but yeah. So good news is everyone got Nexus Night packs, so that's super cool. Yeah. So we'll go through my matchups and talk about the key cards and like what I remember. It was like Thursday, so it was a few days ago, and then we'll get into some Riftbound news. There was some set 2 previews on the card gallery on the main site and in Discord, and that'll be it. So that will be week 2, and then I do have an event for week 3. It is on the 22nd of November at Cataclysm Games in McChesney Park. There is a case event, I believe, for Misty Mountain in Madison, Wisconsin. There's a case event. I'm not going to be going to that. It's a bit of a drive. And I kind of just wanted to just go play some local games, and then maybe we get into some more serious competitive play. But yeah, so obviously nothing changed. I'm still playing Misfortune. I still have chosen champion is Body Domain Misfortune. Units didn't change. So we still got the 2 Volibear. Sorry for the ring light. I have to get a new light. We got 3 Mountain Drakes still, 3 Dead Blooms, and Soul Gorger, Mind Splitters. Those are our units. And then we're a Dazzling Aurora deck, so we got 3 Dazzlings. I did play the 3 Treasure Troves, but we did cut it down to 2 Pack of Wonders for the loop. 1 acceptable loss for gear killing. This card we added in another copy, Bullet Time. So we'll talk into that. It was really pivotal, really important in a couple matchups. So those are spells. Stack deck was really cool. I did get a Nexus Night foil, if we could see it. A Nexus Night foil stack deck, which is really cool looking. They look really nice. Fighter Flights, which I did not have in, I believe I had 1 or, no, they're on my sideboard in version 1. And then we got some Sabotage. We got our Ramp spells, Immobilize, Confront, Challenge was a new card, fantastic this week. And then we still got Catalysts, and our battlefields didn't change. So those are still staying the same, and we're still running 6 and 6 on the runes. So that's the important stuff. Sideboard options. We've got 2 challenges. They came in one particular matchup this week that was just super, super good. Single Sabotage. I still have yet to side Rebukes and the Possessions yet, so they may just end up getting swapped out just because I don't know if they're needed. But the issue is it's nice to have them, and if I need them for like maybe a mirror match, or like the Rebukes for a mirror match, and then Possessions are also good for the mirror matches. I don't know about anybody else. Like we got cards to deal with other guys, like especially with Challenge being in the deck now. We have ways just to snipe units off of other battlefields and in base, by the way. There was a play in round 3-ish that I did that with Challenge, which was really sick. So I'll get into that. So round 1, we played against a Jinx. I believe it was more modified than the starter was from week 1 that I fought and lost 2-0. Ended up being he got a little bit of a point lead, and then we got Aurora out on turn 3. And then it was just like I just kept dropping bodies left and right. Dead Bloom was super huge. My ramp spells were able to just keep me ahead of them. I was able to play my removal effects faster than they could play their removal effects. Yeah, Dead Bloom was huge. Soul Gorger bringing in a Dead Bloom to just hit another battlefield was really, really good. and then obviously Dazzling. Dazzling's usually the MVP when it hits, but I like talking about other cards. Just talking about Dazzling's just straight up boring, right? So, round 2, we played against my buddy Ben and his set deck. We could double Aurora out. Yeah, man. It was just like, okay. And then we won game 1. Game 2, I lost to Nor. I won game 1, which counted for the tournament. Then we had enough time to go ahead and play games 2 and 3. And I lost game 2 really bad. Like, it was a skunking. Like, I didn't get a point. I just never saw Aurora. I did bring out Misfortune when I could. But even then, I was just seeing too many ramps. I was seeing too many ramp cards and not enough units or anything else. So it was very, very difficult. Game 3, we just got Aurora out and we won. It's really weird that like the peaks and valleys this card brings is crazy. Like when you see it, you're probably gonna win, and as long as you see it on turn 3 or turn 4. After that, your winning percentage just kind of skunks. But like that's why we play cards to remove units off the field, like fight or flight or or challenge. These are like our main removal pieces, along with bullet times, right? Like these are like our main removals, and then dead blooms. Like even if we don't see Aurora, we just start slinging dead blooms at places just to try to, 1, like mitigate bodies on the field, and 2, try to get free points, right? If we can. But moving on, so they decided to call the tournament after 2 rounds, which everyone was kind of disappointed because it was only like, we started at 6 and it was over by like 7:30. And they didn't really have anybody running the tournament software or anything, so they were having some issues. But I played a Kaisa. I got my buddy Nick, and I was like, hey man, you want to play a game? He's like, I only got Kaisa. I'm like, I don't care. I've never played against it. I have no idea what to do against it. So yeah. So game 1, we just steamrolled them, right? Like we sniped his guys on battlefields with dead blooms, and then we were able to lay volley bears and mountain drakes and just go to town and just be able to have everything we want. The world was our oyster and we ate it. It was just great. And then he boarded game 2 because he wanted dazzling practice because his deck's teched for the mirror. Excuse me. He sided and he won immensely. And then just because I wasn't able to get a board presence fast enough, so I ended up siding in 2 challenge and 1 sabotage. I do not remember what I took out for that. I believe I know I took out the confronts and the acceptable loss to bring in those 3 because I needed to be able to clear his board, right? So I took these out for another challenge, for 2 challenges and 1 sabotage. So these came out, those came in, and they paid off dividends. I was able to get rid of Acathian Reigns, Time Warp. So in game 3, we kind of are fighting back and forth. I believe I'm at 6 and he's at 7 or something like that. And he has both battlefields, and I have to take them both. He's at 6, so I have to take both battlefields or he wins. And so all I have in my hand is a Soul Gorger and a challenge in my hand. I have 1 or 2 other cards, and he has 2 guys. I believe it was a 4-mite unit. Oh no, it was a fox. It was a Thousand-Tail Fox, I believe, and then like another random guy. I think it was a Ravenbloom student or protege, whatever they're called. So I played the Soul Gorger. So I played this guy. He's crazy. He's super cool. Played him. Was able to bring back my Dead Bloom to attack his Thousand-Tail Fox to kill it, and then I played challenge to challenge the Dead Bloom into his other guy on the other battlefield and kill it to stave off that. And then so I scored a point there, so it was I was at 7, and then all I needed to do was win the next turn, and he didn't have any guys he could just play to a battlefield, so because I would just give it ganking or I would hold it. So I was at 7, hold it. Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to. He couldn't do anything because I just held it. And if he did it, I was able to just. I had another body that I'd just take it. Right. I had a Soul Gorger out. So, one of the key cards in that matchup was, where are you? Bullet Time. So, a couple turns prior to that interaction happening, he flew through 2 guys into one of my battlefields. I had already had an Aurora out, so I didn't care about recycling runes, but I killed a Thousand-Tailed and another guy. I just recycled all my runes. I just like boom. I went down to like 2 or 3 runes, and I killed his guys. And I was just like, well, it's probably better to kill the one guy over here, because the Dead Bloom would have killed the big guy there, and then I could have just taken it. But it's just, in my mind, it made easier to kill. It made it more sense to kill 2 units with 1 card than it did to kill 1 unit. Sure, I would have had more runes. Then I could have played my Volley Bear. My buddy Ben pointed out that I could have killed the 1 unit, played my Volley Bear, and then swung with it, right? And it would just brought him out like a turn earlier. So stuff was very promising that I won 2-1 against a Kaisa. So granted, he didn't see a lot of his removal spells. He did see some falling stars and stuff, but like when the minute I started getting like the bigger guys out, he was struggling because he doesn't like pinging some dudes for so much. It only takes you so far. So it was really exciting to see that pay off. That the week 2 to week 3, the week 1 to week 2, I've improved. So I went from only winning 1 to winning 3 matches, on the night, which was really cool. Some of the changes and some of the help on the main core Discord. Shout outs to the Misfortune thread. You guys are the real OGs. So getting some information, getting some people who have played the game more than I have. I'm only on this is like I said, week 2. So it's really cool to see that progress happening, right? So it's really good. So moving into got my handy dandy notebook. So any changes? So yeah, actually, sorry to everybody. I thought your legend counted towards your 40, and I guess it doesn't. So I was playing 1 card short the entire time, so I had to add this on top. So I'm sorry. The 1 card that really did not really carry its weight at all was acceptable losses. Was this card? Honestly, it's probably just going to be a 3rd fighter flight. But I do like having some gear removal in case it's for the mirror. But someone made a joke someone said the only person locally who probably has a full set of Dazzlings in this our immediate area is me. Because I just traded away. I got my boxes and just traded away everything I could to play this deck. Because this deck is sick and it's so much fun. But I think this card probably gets cut just because it's not really holding its weight. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose to a gear or something at some point. Maybe when set 2 drops, it comes back because of the equipment. But challenge was super huge, and I think Fighter Flight should be a 3rd copy. So yeah. So like I said, week 3, we're going into the 22nd to go play at Cataclysm Games or the Case event if I can get convinced to go to. But I'm just going to play this. I mean, it's whatever. I just like playing it. It's a blast. This deck is such high highs and such low lows. If you have like a weak heart, you probably don't want to play it, or get tilted easy. You probably don't want to play it. So that's it for my week 2 report. So we're gonna go ahead and get into, I believe it's right here, some news. Yeah. So let me close this up. Boop. Yeah. So we had some cool news. We introduced Spiritforged. They did the video with Dave and Chenren. They went over some of the mechanics and some of the new card types in the new set, Spiritforged. But we can also just, pull it up, which is really cool. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks really good. So we got, it even shows the alt, which is really cool. So we got a new Draven, which is really weird that he has red again because he's Fury in Origins and he's still Fury now. So when he wins a combat, he gets a gold gear token, and I'm just gonna scroll all the way down because we saw the gear token. We saw the gear token. We saw the gear token. I thought. So the gear token. So the gold gear token. I guess it's not on this. You can kill it. You can commit it, kill it, and then you get a power. You get a power, kind of like a rune in a way. But he gets pretty decent because when he attacks or defends, you can recycle a rune to give him +2, so he's a 6 body on a 4, which is pretty nice. Longsword, this is with the new equipment type. It's a gear. It actually there's a new keyword attached to it called Quick Draw. Then when you play it, you can attach it to your unit, and how do you equip it is you just recycle the rune, and then this is a 2 energy, 1 power cost, and then you also get the effect down here in the lower text box area. You get oh, look at that, there you go. You get two might. So Doran's shield's really sweet. You get tank. So you can just put this on anybody, and they get 1 might and tank. I think this is a really neat way to like accent the card types. Like obviously, like Dazzling Aurora is a gear, but it's kind of more of like I don't know what it is in the game, whatnot, but it doesn't seem like a piece of gear, right? Like this actually seems like gear. Like this is actually their gear. Then we got a cool body domain new champion unit, Lucian. He has Weapon Master. So when Weapon Master is, when you play him, you may equip one of your equipment to me for 1 power less, even if it's already attached. So basically, you just have to pay the cost of it, and it just goes right on. And then the first time I conquer each turn, ready me. So what's really cool is with Misfortune, you can give him ganking, and then you can conquer. You conquer the one, and then you sweep over to the other battlefield to conquer the other one, which is really, really sick. Then we got Trinity Force, which is just a 2 might, and then it has that when you score, when you hold, you score an extra point, which is really neat. And then we got another. When I defend, you may kill me to move an attacking unit to its base. So this is kind of like Fight or Flight or Gust-isk, but on a 2 body, which is kind of cool. Then we got some new champions and a signature gear for Draven. He is Fury Chaos, so we got Jinx colors. When you win a combat, draw a card only if you have units. You win if only your units remain after combat. So this is really cool because a lot of decks need to facilitate card draw somehow, and he just does it on face. So you're probably going to look at really good attacking units, anything with assault. Obviously, you're going to be playing his equipment that gives +3, which is wild. It's basically cleave on a gear, which is awesome. And then my one I'm excited for, Irelia. She is Calm and Chaos domains. And then when you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay one power to ready it. When you conquer, you may pay 1 energy to ready me. So when you conquer, when you choose a friendly unit, so like with like a spell or like attaching an equipment, you can pay 1 to ready. It's kind of costly, so it's not really early game-esque that I know of, because we've only seen so many cards. And then you get to conquer, you get to pay 1 energy to ready her, but that seems pretty steep, so I'm not sure, unless there's some ways to mitigate this cost. So I think like green seals, purple seals are going to be really important in her, just so you can pay it for free and you're not going behind on runes. And then we got Azir, Emperor of Sands. He is Calm and Order domains. Your Sand Soldiers have Weapon Master. That's super cool. So that means they can just attach equipment when they're played for 1 less power. We got to commit 1 and tap him. Exhaust him. Play a 2 might Sand Soldier unit token to your base. Use only if you played an equipment this turn. So they have Weapon Master, so you can play that equipment, and then you can get your Sand Soldier unit token, and then you can equip it with Weapon Master, which is really cool. Next up, we got Renata Glesk. She's a Chem Baroness. She is Mind in Order. When you or an ally hold, that's cool because it's set up for multiplayer. You may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted. While your score is within 3 points of the victory score, your gold add an additional energy. That's pretty cool. So it's kind of funny that she's the rich get richer type character. Like when you're close to winning, you can win more, which is kind of cool. We got Severe Battle Mistress. She is body and chaos domains. When you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted. When one or more enemy units die, ready me. This is great. When you recycle a rune, you can exhaust her to get a gold gear token exhausted, so you're not really losing the rune that turn. Sure, it's an expendable resource, but you aren't falling behind per se if you need to play power, pay power for a thing, for a unit or like a gear or whatnot. And then when one or more enemy units die, ready. So like you always are going to want to fight whenever you can, and then you recycle a rune to like play a spell or a quick draw, and then you get a gold gear token. And then when you kill the people, so it's not even if you win the confrontation or the showdown, you get to ready her no matter what, as long as you kill somebody. That's really cool. So yeah, so that's it for Spiritforged previews. We are very excited for this. Don't forget to get your pre-orders in. I'm not even affiliated with anybody right now for my Riftbound videos, but yeah, I think it's super cool. I like the new card types. I like the direction it's going, because we haven't seen anything that kind of ties back to the first set yet. Like Svel Songer is kind of like the cool thing for Yasuo, because you can get 2 points for Yasuo, right? When he moves around, the Chaos Domain Yasuo. Same thing with the Calm Domain Ari, where you score an additional point. So you can get 2 additional points. So that's pretty neat. So Weapon Master seems sick. Quick Draw seems awesome. I'm really excited to see more of these cards. So that's it for this video. Like I said, we'll try to get out week 3 the day after I go to either the case event or Cataclysm games up in McChesney Park for their locals. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit those bells for notifications. We're really, really close to 400 subs. When we hit 400 subs, I'm going to try to do some sort of giveaway, either for Riftbound and or Universes, because that's the other game I play. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see anything from me. Like, I'm not a proficient deck builder in this game yet, but I do like talking about cards if you like my opinions. And also, if you think I can improve on my videos at all, let me know in the comments below. So until the next video, take care.